Welcome to Mathematics Meal, a lovely and beautiful program that is designed for all beautiful, handsome, and lovely people like you. Today on Mathematics Meal, we are going to look at the concept of what? Indices. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Mathematics Meal 1, and then follow us on Facebook at Mathematics and Science Meal. Join our online class through our WhatsApp, and also make sure you join us on TikTok. We are using every platform to bless the life of people with mathematics and sciences. Alright, without taking much time, let's look at the business of today, the business of indices. Okay, we'll begin by defining the concept of indices. So we'll define what we mean by index of a number. Index of a number. Okay, the index of a number, shows the number of times, or how many times, shows how many times, let's break the grammar, shows how many times the number will multiply itself. The index of a number shows how many times the number will multiply what? Itself. The index of a number shows us how many times the number will multiply itself. Okay, alright. We're going to actually explain this definition, but let's look at a few other things before we now begin to use some mathematical expression or terms to explain this particular definition of index. Another name for index is what we call power, or you can also call it exponent. So we take that down. Another name for index is power, or what? Exponent. And the plural form of index is indices. So index is singular, indices is the plural form of index. So another name for index is what? Power. So when you hear power or you hear exponent, they are also talking about what? The index of a number. So we said the index of a number shows how many times the number will multiply itself. So how do we know that a number is an index form? That's the next question, so that we can actually explain this definition. How do we know that a number is an index form? We have written a lot of numbers before, so how do we know when a particular number is an index form? So a number is said to be an index form. A number is said to be in index form if the number is written in the form. Which form? A to power m, where a is equal to the base and m is the power, or index. Let's start. Index, power, or exponent. So a number is said to be in index form. A number is said to be in index form if the number is written in this form, a to power m. So once we have a number written like this, that number is an index form. And when we write a number like this, it's an index form. This a, which represents a particular number, as we're going to see soon, is known as the base, while m is known as the index, the power, or the what? The exponent. So this is the base. So this is the what? The power. So when we have a base and a power in this form, the number is said to be in what? In index form. So examples. We have 2 raised to the power 3, 5 raised to the power 10, 6 raised to the power 2, 3 raised to the power 4, 10 raised to the power minus 2. You see, in each of these numbers, you have a base and a power, 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 a base and a power. So we can also have x raised to the power 5. So it's possible that the base will be a letter, will not be a number. So this is a base, and this also what? A power. We can also have 2 terms. Yes, 2 terms. We can have binomials having power. We can have x plus 1 raised to the power 3. So this is still in index form. Yes, still in index form. Then the power can also be what? A fraction. So we can have 16 to the power 3 over 4. We have seen that the power can be negative. You see that here? So the power can also be a fraction. Because in the course of studying indices, we are going to see what we mean by fractional indices. So the power, a fractional power can still be what? Can still be negative. We can have something like 27 raised to the power minus 1 over 3. You see that this is a base, the power is a fraction and it's negative. This is a base, the power is a fraction. You can also have a fractional base. We can have a fractional base. We can have 9 over 16 raised to the power 1 over 2. So the whole of this, 9 over 16 is the what? Is the base. While 1 over 2 is the what? Is the power. So 9 over 16 is the base, 1 over 2 is the power in this case. So once numbers are in this form, in base and power form, that number is said to be in what? In index form. In index form. And remember, we say that the index of a number shows us how many times the number will multiply itself. Okay, so we have seen that we can have a positive power, a positive base. Yeah, it's possible. We can also have a negative power. The base can be a letter. We have also seen that we can have fraction. It's still possible that we can still have a decimal fraction. Yes, it's possible. We can have something like 81 raised to the power 0.25. So a decimal fraction can be the power. You see it? So we must note all this. It is still possible to have 0.125 to power 1 over 3. A decimal fraction can also be the base. Okay, I think all these examples are okay. So all these examples are okay as far as the concept of what indices is concerned. Okay, now using this index form, now let's explain this. We say the index of a number shows how many times the number will multiply itself. So let's pick the first one. Let's pick 2 raised to the power 3, for example. 2 raised to the power 3. Now, when we're given 2 raised to the power 3, what do we mean exactly by 2 raised to the power 3? Someone that have not studied indices will just say, oh, 2 raised to the power 3. It's like they are trying to ask us to multiply 2 and 3. This is wrong. That's not what it means. This is the index, and this is the number, the base. So from our definition, we say the index of a number shows how many times the number will multiply itself. So this 3 is showing us, the 3 is the index of 2. 3 is the power of 2. 2 has no power to do anything without this 3. So 3 is the power of 2. So it is this 3 that empowers this 2. That's why it's the power of 2. So this index, which is 3, will show us how many times 2 will multiply itself. It is the power that shows us how many times the base will multiply itself. So 2 raised to the power 3 means multiply 2 into 3 times. That is 2 times 2 times 2. So this 3 here is the power, and it is showing us that this 2 should multiply itself how many times? 3 times. So 2 raised to the power 3 is not this. See the correct thing. It means multiply 2 into 3 times. Then if I have 5 raised to the power 2, it is not 5 times 2. Rather, it is 5 times what? 5. This 2 shows us that 5 need to multiply itself how many times? 2 times. You see that? So let's take another one. If we have 3 raised to the power 4 now, 3 raised to the power 4 means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 raised to the power 4 means multiply 3 into what? 4 times. So this 4 is the index or the power. it has given 3 power to multiply itself 3 times. This 2 is the power of what? 5. And it has given 5 power to multiply itself 2 times. This 3 is the power of what? Of 2. And it has given 2 power to multiply itself 3 times. So the index of a number shows or indicates how many times a number will multiply itself. So this 4 here is showing us that 3 has to multiply itself 4 times. I hope this is very clear now. So if I have x raised to power 5, it means x times x times x times x times x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5x. That's what we have there. So x times x times x times x times x. Even if you have a raised to power 3, is a times a times a. So I believe that it is clear. So when a number is like this, it's in index form. If we decide to multiply this, 2 times 2 times 2 will give us 8. 5 times 5 will give us 25. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3, 27. 27 times 3 will give us what? 81. So these numbers are in ordinary form. But if you write them like this, they are in index form. So 8 is 8 in ordinary form. In index form, it is 2 raised to power what? 3. 25 is 25 in ordinary form. In index form, it is 5 raised to power 2. 81 is 81 in ordinary form. In index form, it is 3 raised to power what? 3 raised to power 4. That's beautiful. So remember that when you have a number in index form, the index shows us how many times the number will multiply itself. 6 raised to power 2 is not 6 times 2, but 6 times 6. Meaning this 2 is telling us multiply 6 twice. That means 6 times 6. That's correct, not this. If you do this, you are doing anti-mathematics. You are committing mathematical abomination, mathematical iniquity. And when you commit such abomination in mathematics, there is a serious punishment. Yes, you know, when you watch a Nigerian movie, you discover that when people commit abomination in a particular village, they will be sent to the evil forest to go and look for egg of life. So if you commit mathematical abomination, we also send you to the evil forest to go and look for the egg of life that will save you from the mathematical abomination. Don't mind me. I believe that so far the concept of indices are exponent, power, they are now very clear, and you are able to identify the base and the power in a given index number. So if we go back here is this the base, this is the power, this is 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 the base, this is the power. So the takeaway question I'm going to give you is a table. In that table, you are going to indicate the base and the power in the numbers that I'm going to give you. So let's have this takeaway question quickly. Let's have the takeaway question. Okay. Takeaway questions. All right. Let's have it. Copy and complete the table below. With the table below. So, numbers. I'm going to have the numbers, the base, and the index. So we are going to give you the numbers. All you need to do is to indicate the base and indicate the word, the index. So, number 1. It's going to be very simple. So that's x raised to power 9, that's 9, not a. becomes 2 over 3. 9. Okay, you are going to handle these questions by yourself. Just state the base in each case and also state the index in each case. That is the power in each case. So make sure you handle this take away question and then submit at the end of the day. You see, why we are doing this is so that we'll be sure that you have mastered the concept of what? Of indices. So that when you are given a question containing numbers in index form, you'll be able to identify the number that is the base and the number that is the power. So if you watch this video, you'll see in the course of this video, I've been shouting on the issue of base and the word and the power. Thank you for following us till now. Till I come your way next time, we are going to continue with the second part of what? Indices. And in that second part, we are going to look at something interesting. You cannot afford to miss the second part. It's going to be lovely, very lovely. I mean lovely as far as indices is concerned. So make sure you watch the second video on indices because I know you are going to enjoy it. I still remain your friend, your brother, your tutor, your teacher, Engineer Ike Okechukwu, and I want to tell you that God will bless you. Thank you and thank you.